Zakarian. Now, that kind chef sent a sample to my house this week, and I put some in my coffee maker this morning. Had not 1 cup, but 2. Yeah, it was amazing. And while the coffee was brewing, my whole house smelled like a coffee shop. Now, bring Mary's mic up for a second if we can, because I know Mary had like 2 or 3 cups this morning. Mary, when you first brewed this, what did your kitchen smell like?
It smelled just like I was in a European cafe again with my dad. All the fresh brew, it's already ground properly if you get the grounds. Arabica coffee is such a delicious flavor, and it's the perfect roast too. So whether you like dark, medium, or light roast, it's gonna be perfect for you. You're gonna love it.
Now, you're going to choose the whole beans in Arabica, 3 of those 12-ounce bags, whole beans in espresso, which just means they've been roasted a little longer. We looked it up this morning. Mary looked it up this morning. Or you can get the Arabica or the espresso in 3 bags of the ground. I had the ground Arabica this morning, and it was amazing. I had it with my vanilla creamer and loved it. So if you've got a way to grind your own coffee beans at home, you can order the whole beans. If you have an automatic drip coffee maker at home, as I do, and you need the ground, then go ahead and pick up the ground. If you're utilizing your My K-Cup filter, use it in your Keurig, easy enough. If you're using a coffee press, then you know what you need. All of this comes together for you at a great price. This coffee is exceptional. If you are a coffee lover, as I am, as Mary is, as so many of us are, then let me encourage you to bring home Geoffrey Zakarian's gorgeous signature coffee. He joins us now live via Skype. Chef, this coffee is off the hook. I want that size cup. That's the size cup I need.
Thank you, David. I'm just having a little coffee. Everyone knows how much I like coffee. And I brought for you guests and everybody for QVC my original coffee blends from my restaurant. This is what you're going to get. This is my Arabica blend. It is fantastic. Let me take a little sip. One of many. And I just want to tell you that it is so great because now you can get both ground and whole, because I love me good espresso, especially when it's kind of hot. I put it over ice. And the reason why these are different is because these are the ones I chose for my restaurant. So these are responsible farmers. I've partnered with Cuppa, a boutique coffee house, and they go all over Central and South America. And what's different about these coffees is when we roast 5 or 6 brands. Oh, roast.
I think we're going to try to redial Chef's Skype connection because we're having a little issue with a little pixelating there. Now, there's no auto delivery on this. If you want the ground coffee in the Arabica, that's most popular. That's what I drank this morning. I have 1,700 of that to go around. If you want the ground espresso, 1,000 to go around. If you want the whole Arabica beans, 750, and if you want the whole espresso beans, 400 to go around. No auto delivery here if you have a coffee press, as I do here. Oh my word, smells so good. Give this a little press, and then pour yourself delightful coffee. Now, we have Chef Zakarian back on Skype. Chef, we also have some factory footage I'd love for you to narrate.
Well, I have, when I do stuff, I do it really correctly. And I want to make sure that what I sell is the best. And you're going to see roasting right here, roasting completely separate beans, not throwing Arabica, not throwing Guatemala with Ecuador, not putting any kind of coffee together, all mixed together at once. The smell is amazing because each bean takes the certain amount of moisture out of it. So if you just put them all together, David, you get dry beans. And what does that mean? Bitter coffee. That's why this process is much longer than normal. And that's why this coffee is so good. So if you make a small cup or a large cup, it's never bitter. And I think you mentioned that to me the last time we spoke. There's no bitterness in the coffee. And if you want to make an amazing cappuccino with my espresso blend, you can have it ground or whole. It's just spectacular. Always the same gorgeous aroma, always the same full body smell. It's not bitter, very slow roasted. And you know, I like my fine wine, and coffee is the same. If you mess with the beans and you mix them all together and roast them, you're going to get a hot mess, actually. And so these are very special, very small batches, very delicious coffee.
Now, if you have a My K-Cup filter, Chef, we can take your ground coffee and pop it right inside here and then make that a very, very special Keurig cup of coffee that I know so many of you get excited about, popping into your machine and then letting the Keurig do the work for you. That's really what makes this fantastic. Don't miss out on your opportunity here. We're getting busy on our phone lines. Lots and lots of you are making your choice now. This is what makes this so great. And I'll tell you, I just had this morning. Chef, I have a question for you because I think a lot of people make a mistake when they store their beans and their ground coffee. So I'm going to ask you, what is the best way to store the coffee in between uses?
As I dip in my coffee, I'm going to tell you that, David. The best way to store is in a cool, dry place. I don't put it in the freezer. A lot of people do that. I buy in small quantities, and I use it up and I buy again. It's really important. So it's just like olive oil, you know, cool, dry place, buy in smaller quantities, and then use it up and buy more. That's the best way, really.
Yeah. Well, I've been told if you put it in the freezer, it can dehydrate the coffee. So
Absolutely.
yeah,
Absolutely.
you want to be careful of that. I will tell you, if you're a coffee connoisseur, please don't miss this. This is the same coffee the chef serves in his world-renowned
all
restaurants. Absolutely. Your opportunity to enjoy it today, and having just had some this morning, I can tell you without any hesitation, delicious, wonderful. Coffee lovers will be thrilled. Could make a great gift for the coffee lover as well. Chef, great to have you with us, buddy.
Cheers. I'm going to go and have another big, giant slurp. Happy National Coffee Day, David.
You lucky fella. All right, so enjoy that. In the meantime, if you're looking for a great coffee